Alright guys, we're back on Sho'nuff. We're working on the drive shaft cover. And what we've done is we've got a couple spacers back here. Now we need to make some sheet metal that covers that, makes it all rigid. And it looks like Sean gave us that little hole right there. So we're thinking a little tab off of this that connects into that. And we just bolt up from underneath. I think that could work. We're definitely getting close. We got the tie rods all done now. And those things are all buttoned up. The suspension has all the right hardware in it now. And everything's fitting great. And this thing is looking amazing. I am super digging this front suspension now. We've got all hands on deck. We've got Jamie out getting some brake lines right now. So we got to change those up a little bit. But guys, this is really coming along. I am super stoked. And being correct now, I think we can start making some passes in this bad boy and really making something come together. So, all right, cheers on. Get in the comments. Let's make this happen. All right, so Steven's made some dots here. He's just gonna connect the dots with the grinder there, and this will be our piece. He's got to get 2 of those, and that'll cover our drive shaft and give us that little bit of protection. Something's got you off? Yeah. Not feeling the vibe?
Spot. The hoodie strings are very close.
Tucking the hoodie strings in.
Yeah.
So you got about halfway and then it kind of spooked you out, so you're gonna tuck your strings and find another angle.
Yeah.
All right, so Steven got that cut. That is looking fresh. I need to do a front little mount deal and weld this all together. That's gonna look great. So now I can.
That's what.
And we're already still at the top.
Yeah. Brent, the caps are actually in it all the way plunged.
The caps?
Yeah, the U-joint caps are inside your enclosure with it plunged all the way.
Yeah, they're right at the tube.
Yeah. Solid. So for some reason it jams it all the way into the trim. There's
The little. Oh, they're right there.
yeah, I know. I saw it rip all the way through.
Yeah, Bernie was warning us. That's why we pushed my phone.
Is there any? I got the sheet metal drive shaft cover done. Got a little extension on the back, some spacers in there. The U-joints are now inside here and should definitely be protected from there. I got a little bolt in the front here that worked out really good. Digging that. Got the drive shaft back in. So tomorrow we're gonna start by mounting a seat, getting some of that done. Then I'm planning on getting the fuel pump back on it, getting all the wiring tidied up on it again so it'll run, because I still have everything undone because I was welding on the chassis. So I got to get all that put back together, run through that. And guys, this is right there. The clutch is fixed now. That is done. We have made some great progress on Sho'nuff. My goal is to have all this stuff buttoned up. Hopefully we can go for a little drive and see how this thing's gonna act, because I am so ready to go out and run this thing. It has been a long project and it's finally getting close, and I buckled down on it. I'm stoked, man. This thing is awesome. I feel much better about the front suspension. The steering and everything feels so much better. We're getting close, getting very close. 2023, guys, it's our season. We're gonna start running this thing, figuring it out, and start having some fun. It's definitely a lot to take in, a lot to do, and it has been taking a lot of planning, but I think we've made some great progress. And I've had a lot of fun. All right, guys, well, we've been working on Sho'nuff. Jamie's been over here getting Angels Supra apart. Now, we've got some big goals for Angels Supra this year. PSCA, our goal is to put this baby in the 7-second range with Jamie's car. So we got some new parts here, and we'll go over those in just a minute and share with you guys what our plan is. And then we're gonna get to work and start getting this baby together. All right, so we got this big old classic 76mm turbo. This thing has got a huge shaft in it. Worked pretty good. Big T6 inlet. We've got a small upgrade for this thing. Now we're still gonna be putting a 76mm on it because that's the PSCA rule.
But one from the 21st century.
For the class, but yeah, something very much updated. So
this car up here with this converter, just to get it on the trans brake, we had to put nitrous, like 150 shot, and a dump valve.
yeah.
With the new turbo, we feel we might not need the nitrous.
We're sure hoping. Maybe the dump valve, but it'd be nice not to have to use the nitrous and get it a little more consistent. Yeah, we're getting rid of this boost solenoid and we're gonna go with the
CO2 with the dual valve.
We'll have a new intake manifold, all kinds of new goodies.
Yeah.
This thing's gonna be
Intercooler.
super cool.
Electric.
Yep, intercooler. This old girl is just coming out. All right, so we just got the housing off and you get a better look at what's in here for a turbo. It's got a little up and down. That's like a big old journal turbo, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, she's
And
a big
it
old,
actually is a billet wheel.
so it's got some good tech in there.
Yeah. This on this manifold, it's just hard to get to the flange bolt. So I haven't opened the new manifold, but I'm really looking forward to it.
Right.
Hopefully.
Now, we knew this thing smoked, but I think this turbo's seen better days.
100%.
Woo-wee.
You're done.
You're done.
That one we can get with the socket. The rest of these, I think we're gonna
Yeah,
have to
they're-
come from the bottom with an open end.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a challenge on some of these bottom bolts.
I kind of want to open the new manifold and see what it looks like. But we'll get this one off first.
Yeah, we'll get this one off first, and then we'll run through all our stuff and go over it.
Yeah.
So, guys, you can see these bottom bolts aren't going to be any fun, but we'll go ahead and keep pushing, try to get these babies off right here. There's one hiding behind there. All right. I wonder why maybe some of those are as tight as this first one, which
I just pulled that one off by hand because
Yeah.
I thought you had already loosened it.
I didn't even touch it.
But you didn't even have the right wrench for those ones
Oh.
because they're different size than the nuts were on top. So this one's a T6 flange
This is
too.
a T6, yep. T6 is the Boss Haas, so you can see it looks quite a bit bigger.
Yeah. Housing.
Yeah, I feel like it's just drained back through
Because
the
it's
house.
been sitting so long. Like
Yep.
I haven't started it in probably 2 weeks or 3 weeks. And then I just moved it today.
You know, 14 out. All right, so I'm gonna use the open end and try to come back through under here and try to snake those bolts out of there. All right, guys, so that was probably one of the worst manifolds I've ever had to take off. Those bottom bolts were super tight, and I had to like wiggle it up and down while wedging my fingers underneath there to free things up. But I feel like it's ready to come out now. All right, I'm gonna hand this off to Shane. Take the camera. There it is. She's out of here. So these three holes right through here are set up for a mid plate. So we're gonna set this car up mid plated as well.
That's not on this side as well.
Yeah, it's starting to just make enough power to where we need to really fasten things down, and we don't want to rip the mount out of the block or do any of that wild stuff. So I mean, we still got, looks like some stock mounts or something. Maybe they're upgraded, but
No, there's not.
they're stock, yeah. So things have got to change. This thing is going to be upwards of 1,700 horsepower, so we've definitely got to be on top of our game with this bad boy. Well, do you want to open some boxes?
Yeah.
Share what we got for this baby? Let's do that. So guys, we got a pile of parts for the Supra. Let's run through them real quick and show you guys what we got.
All right.
First, let's start off with this manifold.
Yeah. After what we just went through, taking that one off, I kind of wanted to see
Yeah, how
what
hard
our differences are here.
I already like how they're made to slide down on the underneath.
And they
So you can put your studs in and you have your
look
bolts, nuts on.
easier.
Yeah, they definitely look easier.
This one and this one and this one. That one looks fairly easy. And these two you should be able to reach down. This gate is going to be the hardest part I see. That gate placement.
I wonder why they made the runner so small.
I don't know.
Look, this is a normal 1.5-inch tube.
Yeah. What are those, inch? 1.25 inches?
1.25 inches.
Yeah. Now what else do we got?
So that baby sure turned out pretty
then-
cool.
To go with that, we've got a 144 AR and the new Apex Turbo. So this is the 7685, right?
8688. 7688.
7688.
Yep. She is a beautiful unit right there.
Yeah.
And what housing is on it right now?
That's a 128.
128.
Got the 144.
And we got a 144. So we got two housings to see which one will spool it and then what the back pressure will do once it's at full rip.
Yep.
But this turbo should allow us to make more air. Just a whole
Look
lot
at
of
the wheel design. You see how much more surface area there is on the actual blades themselves
yeah.
without the giant nut on them.
She's a beautiful thing.
And it's, billet center section and everything.
Look at that.
So,
That is a unit right there.
yep.
Very cool. So that's our turbo, that's our manifold, and then we've got a new intercooler for it. The old intercooler was just a 4-inch core, and we were far out of its efficiency.
We'd been out.
Yeah.
That thing's probably rated for 800.
So
that.
the new intercooler, it's a 6-inch core, bar and plate,
Yep.
just bad boy. And that's from ETS.
Yep.
So pretty excited about that bad boy.
And then this is the
Oh, and then we got the new
fans.
electric fans, and they're all brushless motors, and,
Yeah.
and that's going to help us make some room from the old.
And then
The old
Angel.
fan.
Angel's not a torch guy. So
We got a
we
bottle
had to get a
warmer.
bottle warmer for him. Trying to remember what this one is. Oh, this is some of the
the
pump.
the mechanical fuel pump
Yep.
stuff. So we are putting a mechanical fuel pump, a new fuel cell in the car. We're getting some weight out of it. The car does have to come in around 3,400 pounds for PSCA rules. So we're going to try to get weight moved around and everything set up to
So
where.
we've got the stock tank going away.
Yep.
We've got a tank for the Supra that's all baffled and everything coming for the mechanical pump. Intake manifold and throttle body are the
Yep,
two things
intake
on it.
manifold,
So intake
yep.
manifold, throttle body, and the fuel tank is what's not here yet.
Yep. So we're just waiting for a couple of these parts. We got a really sweet manifold on the way, and I'm super excited. Angels
we
cars,
can-
just gonna be a beast this year.
We can get the hot side built to the intercooler and everything
Yep.
while we're waiting on that. The new intake manifold will have 2 sets of injectors because that was one thing we were getting close to
Running out of fuel.
fuel system. So
Woo.
mechanical pump, double the injector, should be good.
Should be good. So we got a bunch done on Sho'nuff, and we got a bunch done on Angels Supra today. So I think we had a pretty dang good day. That was pretty awesome. Sho'nuff is right there. Steven got the 2-step switch in now. I'll show you guys that real quick, and then we'll sign out. We got the fuel pump and the belt back on. Everything in here is just about buttoned up. We got the new suspension on, and the steering's all good. This thing is so dang close, guys. I am getting pretty stoked. How's it sitting here, Steven?
You got a handbrake in here.
Got a little handbrake in here. Seat is all mounted. The 2-step switch is mounted down in there. This thing is looking good. We've got the extension all done on the cover there. Now the U-joints are all enclosed, which is just a must.
That staging brake, we're basically using for a parking brake.
Yeah, it's just a parking brake.
See, basically when he stages the car and everything, he has to hold his hand on the shifter. So, and you can't really leave it in gear like in a staging lanes like Vandermeer where it's on a hill.
Yep.
So we wanted a parking brake basically.
Something to hold the car back instead of just relying on the foot brake.
Yep.
But it's right there. Steering's all buttoned up. Guys, we are so dang close right now. Super excited about this. Finally. So we got to bleed the brakes. We got to get some fuel in it. We got to put our grounds back on everything because we took all the grounds off the engine and unplugged the ECU to weld on it. But that's about it. Sho'nuff will be ready to fire up. And then we can talk about getting her on the dyno. And then we can comb all the body panels again and the top and do all that again.
Yeah, I don't think we should even put those on to dyno it.
No,
Leave it
we'll
like
just
this.
leave it bare and open so it's easy. We can watch things.
See everything.
Yep. One thing I do have to do is figure out
That dump tube clamp.
this one dump tube clamp that is just bare. But we will get it, and that's it. That's it. We're going to call it there for the day, guys. We appreciate you following with us. We'll be back tomorrow. Give us a like, subscribe, jump to the website, grab some merch, and we'll see you tomorrow.